Good evening, everyone. We're about to start. Dear founding dean of the School of Communication, Dr. Noam Latar, first and second year communication students, teachers, lecturers, RRIS staff members, colleagues, friends, and families. On behalf of the 2014 communication class, thank you all for coming. My name is Alec Friedman, and I was born and raised here in Ramat HaSharon, Israel. I'm accompanied by my good friend Hadar Tzur, originally from New Jersey, and now from Israel. We are both students in the 2014 International Class of Communications here at IDC.
In the past 3 years we've spent here in the Sami Ofer School of Communications, the education we've acquired was a great combination of both practical and theoretical knowledge, essential for our future paths and careers. In the past 2 years, students have been taking classes and workshops which cover all areas of the communication world, from cinematography to TV studio drama, from PR and spokesmanship to online journalism, from user interface design to interactive marketing. Students have learned how to edit, produce, direct, design, and most importantly, how to think and create.
All of this led us into our final year of studies, in which each of us enrolled into our yearly workshop specializing in different aspects of the communications world. Tonight, we present the fruits of our hard work. Before we begin, we would like to welcome to the stage our school founding dean, Dr. Noam Latar, to say a few words.
When my parents chose the family name, they didn't realize it will be such a good joke every time I'm presented. But my kids, by the way, my name is Latar. I can hardly say it myself, but my children are just Latar, so we saved them this. But I like it. I like the laughs. Anyhow, I'm very excited to be in this evening. You know that I've been here a few times before on this podium, but this evening of the finishing of the international class is of a special excitement for me, because I think the international activity of IDC in general is the crown jewel of this institution, and I'm very happy that we have an excellent program in English in our communications school. And when we created the School of Communication, the idea was we had two objectives. One is to teach the students, we are living in a constant technological change, which changes everything we do, our human contact, family contacts, social contacts, and the change is occurring all the time. So the first objective was to prepare you. When you started here 3 years ago, we knew that when you finish the technology, the world will be different. And the idea was to prepare you to see the change as a challenge, not as a threat. And from what we will see here tonight, I think we have succeeded because you have learned, as it was just outlined what you've covered here. I think we've prepared you well for this new world. And our students, our graduates, are found today in media institutions, in high-tech institutions, really all over. We have prepared our students to operate and work in a large variety of workplaces. So I think we can look back at this first objective with pride. The second objective, which is the more important, was to teach you that communications can contribute to society, that communication can set itself with social objectives. We all know, I don't know how much you followed the Hebrew media, but it's really terrible. It's yellow, and it's enough to listen to one journalist talk about his colleague in another media or newspaper, and you don't have to say anything else. And we wanted to teach you that communication can work for society, and that good ideas, good projects, good content can have rating, not just blood and tears. And I think from what we will see here, and the third-year project, a lot of your projects deal with social injustice and and ways how to use technology to help people. And I think this second objective, I think, is also, I think we can look at it with pride. I want to thank RRIS, or Recanati International School staff, without which this... I think Jonathan Davis and his team, I don't want to start saying names because I will forget some. It's an incredible group of people. I was myself a foreign student in the United States, and I was not really escorted and taken care of like we do it here in the IDC. I think the Recanati school team is doing a fantastic job, and it's really to their credit that we have 1,600 students from 80 countries in IDC today. So first, my thanks to them. And I want to thank our teachers and directors of our communication program in English that led you with all your classes, the teachers, the team, the logistics, the professional staff. We have quite a staff in our school, and I want to thank all of you teachers and staff and professionals for bringing this evening together. And I want to thank the parents. And there are few parents here because you are, most of your parents are abroad, but I hope this event is being videoed and can be transmitted so parents anywhere in the world can view it. So I want to thank you parents who are here and are not here for trusting your kids with us for 3 years, for spending a lot of money on their education with us. And I hope that you feel that your investment was justified. If you don't feel it now, you will in a few years from now. So without further ado, I wish you all a very pleasant evening, and thank you very much.
I just want to say this event is being broadcast live online. So on the invitations you've received, I know Sarita's parents are watching it from Boston and where else? Boston and? Yeah, they're watching it live right now, so hi, Sarita's parents. Before we begin our event, I just want to welcome to the stage our academic director and beloved lecturer. Please welcome Dr. Tal Samuel Azran.
Okay, thank you. It's amazing to see all of you. The presence here actually is comprised of parents, students, also alumni, people who leave this school, come back to visit us and make sure that they were here 2 years ago. Michael Mintz already working the productions that he's done with us. He's now doing at Tel Aviv in a successful production company. So these projects that you're going to see today, oftentimes either directly or indirectly, lead to the beginning of the careers of many of the students. The fruit of the third year projects are a very, very long labor of 9 months, actually. And you're going to see projects that include all sorts of films, applications, parts of venture capitals. One of them was a candidate for Microsoft Expo. The projects are a real beginning for life for the students. Again, I'm very excited for the presence we have here. Job recruiters, actually, thanks to the reputation of our school, they know that they come to see real project. Deborah from Applicaster, is she here? Shiri Grossbad, and I want to thank all the amazing guidance of Yaakov Elon and Sharon Teicher, Guy Sever, Ori Banshavi, Guy Adler, amazing. Shiri Bachar Dayan, amazing job you've done. Thank you, and let the games begin.
Just one comment, Dr. Keren Eyal, who was she was your academic advisor for most of the time you've been here. Keren Eyal, as you know, became a mother, and she took a leave of absence for the last 3 months and will be returning next week. So I think she deserves a hand as well, and she's here. Thank you.
The first workshop we're going to present to you tonight is actually the one that I took part in the past year. From Dimona to Nazareth, from hospital corridors to Tel Avivian nightclubs, Making the Change taught students how to create their own investigative news feature on a topic of their choice, based on the model of leading investigative television magazines. Student research for story ideas for a real editorial board. The goal was producing a high-quality investigative TV show similar to CBS's 60 Minutes, composed of 4 8-minute segments. The students were exposed to the behind the scenes of researching a story, how to identify a good one, how to collect and record the information, how to create a reliable network of information sources, how to cope with the editorial pressures, how to ask for responses from the story subject, and most importantly, how to make the change. We're presenting to you today a condensed version of our 40-minute news program, a trailer containing the highlights of each of the stories we have created. Please enjoy.
Hello everybody from I-24 News Studios. This is an international news channel coming out of these studios at Jaffa Port. And this is where I plan to broadcast the stories we worked on this year with RRIS students. We have researched and picked up stories that had not only journalistic merit, but also an international or universal appeal. The students went through the process of creating a quality storytelling, including writing, shooting, and editing. And here are the highlights presented by the students who made them.
"40 years ago, a group of African Americans from Chicago packed their lives and moved to Dimona. In this remote small town in southern Israel, they hoped to reestablish their long-awaited Kingdom of God. It was a cultural clash from the first moment. For decades, they lived as outcasts, insisting they are of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, while Israeli society refused to embrace them. Nowadays, the second generation is determined to sharpen the blurry image of their beliefs, while becoming a more salient part of Israeli mainstream society. This is the story of the Dimona Hebrews, the next generation."
This is where our ancestors were from. So we were returning back to the promised land.
It all started in Chicago in 1967, when Ben Carter, a factory worker, had a vision. 2 years later, Carter came here to Dimona with a group of African Americans from Chicago. It was nothing like a promised land.
When we first got here, it was basically desert.
We didn't know that we wouldn't really be accepted, in terms of our identity. For us, that was like a slap in the face.
A lot has changed since then. Most notably, a new generation was born in Israel.
I think that we should be accepted under all of the same traditions that everybody else is accepted under.
They want to see the world. They want to experience what life has to give them.
I'm coming, to show my dedication to Israel. And if you need me to do the military in order to show my dedication to Israel, I'll do so.
We may see this shift in many areas of mainstream culture. Members of the community opened a vegan restaurant in Ben Yehuda Street, right at the heart of Tel Aviv. Some of them participate in prime-time singing reality TV shows. A local singer was even chosen to represent Israel in the Eurovision Song Contest. A generation later, they are more of an exotic minority rather than outcasts.
There are many minorities in Israel. None is bigger or as complex as the Arabs. They comprise about a fifth of the population and are exempt of military service, otherwise mandatory by law for Israeli citizens. Within this minority, there is an even smaller one, Christian Arabs. Recently, young Christian Arabs are changing the paradigm. They voluntarily join the Israeli military in growing numbers, hoping for better integration with Israeli society. They are determined to do so, even at the price of fighting with their Arab Muslim brothers in the battlefield or in Israel itself. It's Easter in Nazareth. Church bells are ringing, eggs are painted, and all seems well. However, under this tranquil surface, a dramatic clash is taking place. A growing number of Christian youth are now choosing to draft to Israeli military service, an act that is vigorously shaking the local Arab and Christian communities.
בתור ישראלי נוצרי, ערבי גם, שגר במדינת ישראל, לא חל עליי חוק חובה להתגייס לצה"ל, אבל בכל זאת בחרתי להתגייס, כי אני מרגיש חלק בלתי נפרד מהמדינה הזאת. להיות כמו כולם גם, לשלב בחברה, גאה בזה שאני אזרח ישראלי.
אני קורא לבני העדה הנוצרית, התגייסו לצה"ל, עזרו לשמור על המדינה.
The movement led by Nadaf has encountered aggressive resistance from the Arab communities in Israel.
ما ببيع تاريخ لن أخدم جيشكم
لن أخدم جيشكم
وانت
האינטרס של העם שלי אומר שלא צריכים להתגייס. אסור לנו להתגייס לצבא שכובש את העם שלי, שנאבק עם העם שלי.
It is hard for Christians to come out or speak out loudly and say, I am siding with Israel. Israel is doing the right thing for us. We live here in peace. We live in freedom. It's hard to say it, even though it's true.
To be fruitful and multiply is not just a biblical commandment, but also a life objective of most Israelis. But nature is not always on everyone's side, and for some women, fertilization treatments are their only way to achieve what they desire most, a family. Israel has become the IVF capital of the world, and the state has taken it upon itself to make sure that any woman who wants to have children receives generous help in doing so. However, this comes with a cost, and policies are now being revisited. Should public funding make financial sense, or should it help to keep women's hopes alive at any cost?
The fact that you know that you can't bring your own baby, it's like a life sentence. I mean, when they tell you such a thing, that's the end.
Everybody has the right to have a child. In Israel, the right to have a child turned into a law.
Unlike other countries, Israel provides funding for women going through IVF until the late cutoff age of 45.
Practically, you'll never get a pregnancy using IVF over this age. As a matter of fact, I think the age should be even lower.
Though the statistics for the general population in this range of age is very low, that doesn't matter for the single patient, because patients always think that they will succeed.
I have twin 4.5-year-olds. They're a trip. They're a riot. They're very cute.
The days of blind dates are long gone. Like the days when men used to knock on women's doors with flowers in their hands instead of smartphones. Romance has changed dramatically, and dating is becoming as simple as saying, Siri, will you find me a date for this evening? In the culture of search and match with pictures and personal history shared with the world, dating is now very efficient. To some, it is also too mechanical, just like pressing another button.
We're lazy lovers these days.
It takes out all the romance and all the mystery.
It made it a lot less personal.
People spend so much time attached to their devices that mobile applications have become the popular way of finding that special someone.
Today's world is so fast-paced. No one has time to actually go to bars and actually go on dates.
We didn't have cell phones, we didn't have SMS. There's no romantic side of what's going on these days.
From a capitalist point of view, like choosing a tomato in the supermarket, comparing tomatoes, who's the best. Now we think about lovers the same way. Okay, we compare profiles, we have a lot of data, but when the body is absent from the romantic sphere, we are missing important and crucial clues that the body can give us.
New research shows that couples that met online have a 33% better chance of staying together than those who met otherwise.
It is based on looks initially, but once you are matched and you start to contact each other and message each other, you know, I mean, we found real love, and it's really been, I'm so grateful to Tinder, I can't even tell you.
Hopefully, these stories in full will be available shortly on a screen near you.
The final project of IDC's international radio program was created by a versatile and talented group of students. They came up with a weekly radio show called This Is Real, Making Sense of Israel.
They expose listeners to a variety of content about experiences and life in Israel, and told the story of Israel via the eyes of its residents. The show was based on audio segments, together with video segments, social media promotion, and targets a variety of audiences from around the world.
Here to present their final format are Jeff Charitan and Yvonne Saba.
Wait, I gotta think about it.
You to shake!
Sunny. Beach. The atmosphere.
Diversity. There's so much here.
The people. People. Very, very warm people.
The Israeli girls are the prettiest.
They got
Oh. Comida.
food.
Chocolate. Ice cream.
Mashiach. Very crazy. Awesome.
Achla.
Sababa! Everybody shake it! Everybody shake it!
It's very confusing. The land of milk and problems.
You know what?
They're rocking!
This is real.
They're rocking! They're rocking! They're rocking!
So, I mean, we got to start out by telling you a little bit of like, it has to be a joke, first of all, but it's not. Yeah. What's going on? Okay. 4 Israelis, 3 Americans, 2 Latin Americans, and Israeli Arab walk into a studio. This is not a joke. This is real.
This is real, making sense of Israel.
Exactly. This is our show, our weekly, our year-long project. I mean, every communication student knows a little bit about radio production because we had it first year, but we never really knew what entailed being in a weekly radio show. So how did we make sense of Israel? We made sense of Israel first by brainstorming. We had to brainstorm how we, immigrants, Olim Chadashim, are going to present Israel to an international audience and a national audience. So we had here just, a couple of ideas. We have all these things that are pretty common, but one of the most important things for us was to get it as diverse as possible. One of those things is music. Israeli music, Arab music, every type of music that could be presented in Israel. Interesting people was very unique, but I mean, the process was in no way civil. It was a lot of arguing, a lot of hating, a lot of yelling at each other, especially because we had people in the group from the right, from the left, from the middle, and that's what made our show so special. So we got to go. So we have a very distinct concept that we wanted to portray. We're not Hasbara. We're not trying to be that Hasbara. And how did we make this all happen into one show? Is by basically putting the target audience as our priority, who we're trying to connect with. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be Jewish. It has to be connection to Israel. And that's exploring Israel, what the mainstream doesn't tell you, doesn't cover, basically. Unique stories of people that might not pop up on Arutz 2 or Arutz 10 or like CNN or BBC. And Israel basically showing the good, the bad, and the unique.
So, didn't know it was on.
because all of this is in 1 hour, we needed a team. And as opposed to different years, we had basically, instead of students being split into groups and doing whatever they wanted, we were all one team. We had hosts, we had correspondents, we had a marketing team for the multi-platform part of the show, and producer, executive producer, all of these aspects came together to create a show, essentially, a real team for a real show. And as you can see, a lot of this is, every week we brought you different things, and a lot of what the show consisted of was phone interviews, pre-recorded segments, studio interviews, and in-studio conversations. 7 minutes doesn't seem like a lot to a lot of people, but to radio people, it's a lot of time. And so we had to fill that up, and we were very much inspired by This American Life and Radiolab to sort of give listeners interesting stories, but so that they can feel it and not only hear it. And, going live is basically what we do is what you hear. There's no take-backs on live radio. Once the mic is on, everything has to go effortlessly and smoothly, even if we encountered some glitches from time to time. And of course, live in the studio, we have to keep it energy, keep everything happy, and of course, smile, because people can hear you smile on the radio. Okay, move on. To our multi-platform. We, obviously, being a radio show, wasn't enough to be only on the radio. We had social media. We were featured on our Facebook page, over 220 likes, so if you haven't liked us, please do. We are also featured on Jewelicious. It is one of the biggest online blogs for Jewish community. We also, apart from the IDC radio, we were broadcast worldwide on actual radio stations. University in Massachusetts, Radio J in Cleveland, Ohio, Mexican radio, and Australia. All of our shows are on SoundCloud.com, and this summer we will be broadcast on TLV1.
Thank you. Before we show you guys a quick, because you guys have to see what we did, and that intro video was just a little bit of taste. We have to say that we're passing on the mic. This is going to be the format for the years to come. This is real, making sense of Israel. So basically, to the next generation that's going to come after us, the people that are going to be taking over this workshop next year, just take the concept and try to be objective and try to really show Israel through the eyes of people that are new, I guess you can say, to the culture. So with that, this is real.
This is real,
and this is a little bit of a workshop.
This is Real, making sense of Israel.
Hello, hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
From wherever you are, from wherever you hail from, we got a great show for you guys. Lots of awesome things that are coming up.
Very special interview with Laurel Shub.
Post-traumatic stress disorder in Israel, in kids, about, especially with the escalation of what's going on in the South.
This week on Soul Search, we're going to explore a very unique faith.
First time in Israel? Yes? Great. Can you give us maybe a few words about Israel?
Bad coffee, horrible coffee.
But we've had a wonderful experience. Yeah.
And we have, obviously, Matan and Adele went and researched what it was like to learn a new language.
Kibbutz. The kibbutz. It's an odd concept, and often people misunderstand what a kibbutz is. Kibbutz, you get food, bed, and free Hebrew learning in exchange for work.
Kibbutz Nan, sold me on this country, sold me on the ideals, on the people. I just keep digging my roots deeper and deeper.
Palestinian rock is not something you hear every day in Israeli society or in the mainstream. So we have your alternative Arabic music correspondent, Yavan Saba.
The alternative Arabic music scene in Israel is just growing. We have Oriental hip-hop, mountaintop reggae, and almost a traditional Arabic rock.
The main idea of the band was creating music that we like, but with Arabic lyrics.
Israelis love to go travel to the all-inclusive resorts in Turkey. Things changed a couple years ago. Israelis are a resourceful people, always looking for the greatest deal. Over the past several decades, Turkey has been the #1 travel destination. But in 2010, the relationship between Israelis and Turks would change.
Israeli commandos have stormed a Turkish-led flotilla trying to break the Gaza blockade to deliver supplies.
We spoke with Turkish native Melis Abuaf from Istanbul about the perspective of the average Turkish citizen.
I think the Israelis, like when they visit, they're going to feel a difference in Turkey and in the environment. So I think in the long term, there's going to be a decrease again in like the number of tourists visiting from Israel going to Turkey.
Guys, today we're going to be talking to Gavi Friedson. He is a first aid responder in Hatzalah, and by no means necessary is he an average Joe. Gavi, welcome to the show.
Thank you, and good morning, and a pleasure to be here.
Yo, Gavi, what's going down, dude?
So, Gavi,
Dude, it's all good.
Gavi, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay, so I'm actually a first responder with United Hatzalah of Israel. Basically, I'm always on call 24/7. Well, I just recently delivered my 9th baby.
Wow.
Thank you. But the first baby I delivered was when I was 15 years old, and it happened to be my math teacher.
The next piece is definitely about a guy who does make life happen. His name is Pat Farmer, and our correspondent Yvonne went and interviewed him.
Pat Farmer, an ultra-marathon runner from Australia, took upon himself to create the Middle East Peace Run. He started off in Lebanon, made his way through Jordan, then through Eilat, Beersheba, and made his way to Yafo on Wednesday, 14th of May. I had the honor of meeting and running alongside Pat.
Well, today is without a doubt an absolute highlight for me to be here at the RRIS Peace Center and to have made it this far. I've come through the deserts in order to be here, ran the length of Jordan in order to be here, and started off, of course, in Lebanon in order to be here. And to have the warmth and the support of the people is what I've always wanted.
Anyway, guys, it is time to end our show, sadly.
Very sadly, after hearing some amazing stories.
We had great interviews today.
About some amazing things that were happening. Serious topics today. It was a very, very serious show. I'm half sad, half happy. Definitely don't want it to end.
I mean, I got to thank everybody who helped make this show possible. The guys, we're going to leave you with 1, 2, 3 by Trademark. Have a very good week, and, see you guys next
time. The next workshop which will be presented is the workshop I was in. It's called the Media Lab for Innovation, or as we call it, the Me Lab. This is my app. This is my logo. And students in the Media Innovation Lab explored the path between having a creative digital idea and products based on such concepts such as websites, mobile applications, and startup initiatives. They identified 4 creative and different real-life needs and came up with the methodology which meets it in real-life situations. Here to present the entire workshop, I welcome to the stage Tal Oranger and Judah Gutman.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Judah Gutman.
And I'm Tal Oranger.
And we are both from the Media Innovation Lab here at the IDC. So, what is the Media Innovation Lab? Well, it's exploring the future of media technology and human-computer interaction. To put that in plain English, it's research and development. We begin with researching different modern-day problems, and then we work on the development of how to solve these problems using modern-day technologies found in our pockets, our laps, or online. The research process begins with brainstorming and picking our problem and picking our solution on how to go about that. To tell you more about brainstorming, pass it on to Tal.
Brainstorming. Basically, that's our first step in developing an idea. We all want to come to the table with something that was creative, something that was different, and something that would change the world. However, when you work in a large group, it's a little bit hard to all kind of establish one idea. So, after days and even weeks of arguing, the first step was to come up with an idea that was something that we all believed in. And here to present the first idea that was believable is a group that I was a part of, Salt and Pepper.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Georgia Olens.
And I'm Natalie Bajali.
And tonight we will be presenting to you the ultimate cooking app for hands-free cooking in the kitchen.
Why not try using salt and pepper? All you have to do is click on the app, choose what you want, and begin cooking.
While still remaining healthy and on a budget. This is when Salt and Pepper was born.
So you might be thinking why we create another cooking app when there's so many out there such as these that exist. We found that the problem after a lot of market research is that all the essential features of a cooking app weren't found in one application but were dispersed. So we decided to bring all the essential features of a cooking app while adding some of our own unique features to create Salt and Pepper.
Some of our features include, you can filter through budget, time, categories such as soups and mains, and badges like vegan and gluten-free. Once you've chosen your filters, you get a list with details about your chosen recipe, which you can then put into your favorites.
Once you choose a recipe, you can see the ingredients and add the selected ingredients into a shopping list and change your proportions according to how many people you're cooking for. Once you get started, you can either follow the written instructions, or to keep your hands free in the kitchen, you can also follow our voice guidance.
And once you've done all of this, you can share through email, Pinterest, and Facebook.
So what's our future? We've been in contact with sponsors who have interest in our app, and we hope to continue with them. We are also hoping to add integrated advertising of kitchen utensils within each recipe, as well as having branded products as some of our ingredients.
A huge part of our process has been our marketing campaign, and we have a Facebook page and a blog with over 200 followers, where we constantly update it with brand new recipes and fun health facts.
Okay. And right now, the rest of our team members are going to pass chocolate chip banana oatmeal cookies,
which are gluten-free.
Yeah. You can find these recipes on our app as well as many more. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the next step in the Me Lab is after you've come up with an idea, you need to do your market research. Market research is basically what it sounds like. You have an idea, you think it's the best, and you think it's never been done before. However, little do you know, it has been. So all you need to do is go through all the applications that are very much like yours and pinpoint what makes yours different, what makes yours unique. And by doing that, you put yourself aside on the map. Here to present the next believable idea is Uncle Leo with Parent Talk.
just met Jenna and Ben. Jenna and Ben are actually my older sister and her 7-year-old son. They're the inspiration behind our app. Every day Ben gets home from school, He presents his mom with a list of activities he would like to do that day. Now, for Ben, things are magically expected to happen. But for Jenna, well, she's stuck with the nightmare of coordinating everything for everything. She has to start by finding the right phone numbers, the right emails, start sending those emails, sending text messages, WhatsApp messages, and asking people for addresses over and over again. There are so many apps out there available for Anna to use. Is this really the easiest way to do it, though? Well, the answer is no. What Anna needs is one simple application that allows her to do everything from one single place. And this is the reason why I am introducing you to Parent Talk, the application that allows you to do just that. At first, Parent Talk looks like a regular messaging app. But taking a closer look allows you to see that Parent Talk is targeting parents and parents' needs. Here you have Rebecca Odelson and the relationship to her, which is mother of Maya. Maya is the girl in the picture. Now you can see the clear connection between the child and the parent. Next, think about your address book, your contacts list. Does it look anything like this? I know mine does. What I do, I add details next to people's names to know who is who. Well, when your child has a lot of friends, things get really complicated and confusing in your address list. So this is the reason why we at Parent Talk took the conventional contacts list and changed it to that of a family tree unit, searchable by the child's name. Now you can see the relationship between them. Another really annoying thing is having to drop anything you're doing on your phone, remember the details, and go to your calendar to input a play date or a carpool. Well, you don't have to do that anymore because Parent Talk allows you to schedule a direct carpool directly from the application or a play date as well. Simply input the details, click send, and the other person receives the details. When you receive the confirmation, this will automatically be synced with your calendar. And before I end this, I want to thank the Parent Talk team behind this application. If you have any questions, you can find us afterwards. Thank you.
So we seem to be missing a slide, but that's all good. It's been misplaced. After you've done your market research, you found your problem, and you found how you're going to differentiate your product, it's time to move on to the user interface and the user experience design. Have you ever used your phone and fumbled around, you just can't seem to find that button or that feature you know is there, you just can't get to it, or you need that mute button at just the right moment, it's urgent? Thank you. Well, if you can't find it, it's because the user interface or the user experience isn't very good. As you can see, wireframing is the very first part of building your real product and bringing it into the real world. Wireframing is all it takes is a sheet of paper and a pen. You start sketching it out, your idea, you put it into paper, what each screen is, where the buttons go. And once you do that, you move on to design, and you start giving it color and giving it the look you want your users to see, so it's pleasing to their eyes and easy to use and enjoyable. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call up Run With and Steve Demont.
Here is my brother and I. Back in Belgium, we used to be unbreakable. We used to do everything together. Do you know that? We used to go running 4 times a week back then because he was that kind of person who could give me that boost, that motivation I needed to work out. But when I came here in Israel, I found myself alone because though I'm really sportive, I also can be really lazy. And when it comes to boost myself, I swear I try. I go out of my apartment, but then 10 minutes later, I always get to regret when I get to be in that situation in the middle of nowhere. And let's be honest, it's not entertaining to go run alone. It's not something fun. You only have your headphones with you. You don't get to share something with someone. Yet today you have all these new running apps that can let you track, map, even share your run on Facebook, but I personally don't use them because they simply don't make me go out of my apartment, and running alone is still boring to me. So we wanted to come up with a solution that could engage people, keep them motivated, and make them want to commit. When we say share, we don't mean sharing the run on Facebook. We see sharing more like as it should be, like an experience of sharing an ice cream together. And that's exactly where we stand. That's the reason we created RunWith. So what is it? It's an app that allows users to run simultaneously while not being in the same place. Our mission is very simple. We make our community of users feel like they actually run together, making them share a never-seen shared running experience. So how do you start? Very easy. You have 2 options. Either you go on the home page, press the post a run button, post a run with your own criteria. You say when you want to run and for how long on this page. Or two, second option, you go back on the home page and join an existing run that fits to your schedule. That way, you can always have someone to run with. So how does it work after it? As soon as you get a match, you actually get to run with the other person. We wanted to create one simple screen that could answer the simple need for running together. And that's what we created. So you can see on the screen we created, the two runners get to actually see each other's maps in real time. They also get to communicate together through the push-to-talk service. See that button in the middle? They get to actually talk together while they run. And they also can see further information, such as how much time they've left or what music the other is listening to. So you can see that we really focused on providing an exciting and engaging interaction between the two users. They get to motivate each other and commit until the end. And that's our focus. We want our community to be able to get to know each other, to be able to count on one another. So if you're that person like me who needs that boost from someone, but more simply, if you want to keep contacts with your friend living abroad, if you want to run with your friend from LA, with your wife, your sister, if you want to simply meet new people, if you're that guy who wants to impress the beautiful girl or that creepy guy following that girl, but more seriously, if you have two legs, a smartphone, and want to join the movement, keep an eye on us. Thank you very much. I just ran 20 seconds with Ayar and it's already so funny. Yeah, don't worry. Before we continue the demo, I just want to show you guys something. This is actually the place where RunWith was born. We had here long-hour meetings with mentors, computer science students, as well as teachers. And then it was up to us, and we made it.
Hey, you forgot me?
No, let's go running.
Come on, Steve, let's not lose focus.
Now, let's take advantage of being in the campus, surrounded by all of these students, and let's go ask them, who would they go run with?
I would go running with my dad.
I would like to run with my friend Shai from Jerusalem.
I'd love to run with my friend Zach. He lives in New Jersey, so that would be great if I could get to run with him.
For sure would be my dad, because we used to go running together here in Israel, and then about a year ago he moved to Germany.
I'll go run with my commander from my military service. He's the person who always gives me a boost, to give me motivation to run.
I would go on the home page, find a suitable partner, and make new friends on the site and run with them.
If you want to always have someone to run with, join the movement.
All right. So what happens next? You've seen the prototypes outside, and you've seen most of the presentations. We do have one left for you tonight. But what happens next once it's, you got it going, you've got your video, you're promoting it, you're pitching it? Well, we don't really have an answer. It's up to every group to build their product further if they wish to take it forward. However, what we certainly do know is that we really have a foundation to take a product forward if we wish to. And on top of that, we've gained truly remarkable experience with our mentors on how to build these products from the idea to the market research, all the way through to a real prototype that you yourselves have seen outside. Next, I'd like to call up Brett Rudolph to present Ven.
When people talk about digital media, the notion of global communication inherently comes up. And people get excited that they can communicate with somebody on the other side of the world seamlessly. But when we looked around our class and we looked around this country, what we noticed was that there's something very special about where you are. So we decided, why not interact in the place that we are? Why not form connections where we are? So if you look at a convention that has something like 10,000 people, how do you find the right one? How do you find that one person that's going to help you change the world? To solve this problem, we came up with Ven, a mobile application that helps you connect with professionals in the same geographical location as you on a needs basis. Simply log in, check into your event, swipe right, and once you're connected, who knows, you may be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Just to show you how it works, we've got a little video.
This is Mike. He has a great idea for an app, but he doesn't know how to code. This is Joe. He's a developer, and he's looking for his next big project. Mike and Joe are looking for each other, and they don't even know it. Luckily, they're at the same convention. But there are so many people that it is hard to meet the right ones. At conventions, there is a limited amount of time to meet who you need to. Venn gives you the ability to network with professionals who are in the same place as you. Users can check into their location when at conventions, conferences, or even at their local coffee shop. Simply swipe right to make a business connection and left to pass. Hey look, Mike and Joe made a connection. Through Venn, Mike and Joe can set up a meet and greet in person. Venn, networking where you are.
We would just like to take this time and thank our mentors, Guy and Ori, and we'd like to thank the development team, Yonatan and Idol, for all their hard work in developing these apps.
Thank you.
Internet video advertising is available to audiences from all around the globe 24/7. Internet surfers are a demanding population, much less patient and forgiving than TV consumers. The challenge, therefore, is to produce a line of thought that is fundamentally different than everything we know about TV advertisement.
This workshop teaches how to read and handle a client's brief and produce an advertising internet video. Students created viral videos advertisement for their client Chetz Vakeshet, a month-long summer program for international youth here in Israel. The results are entertaining, edgy, and mostly non-conventional.
Here to present their final videos are Corinne Fogel, Gavi Fritzen, Ayelet Hecht, Fanny Klein, Camila Seta, and Shani Suissa.
Hi, I'm Corinne Fogel, and my whole family's watching from California, so hi guys. And this is Gavi. Okay, so viral video advertising is the new age answer to virility in advertising. As media behaviors and consumption change, it is important for an advertiser to engage its audience in the most pertinent and innovative ways possible. Today, online engagement is the route to take to make a resonating impact. Reaching audiences en masse seamlessly, viral video advertising allows for advertisers to create viral content through certain guidelines and formula, and allows access to a global audience. A viral video incorporates content that is engaging, intelligent, entertaining, and identifiable. Oftentimes, these advertisements make us laugh, they make us cry, or they make us wonder, but inevitably, they always make us share.
Thank you, Corinne. Now that we know what a viral video is, I'm going to explain why we specifically chose to do a parody on the video, the famous video, Old Spice. The Old Spice video is something that is universally funny and surprising. It is something that is identifiable and memorable. And we wanted to do something that we knew people would find very entertaining. We took a video that we thought would connect with our client's target audience, meaning, in this case, teens and parents. Once we had the concept, the real hard work began, meaning a video that is only 32 seconds actually took weeks to prepare. A lot of hard work. Finding from the producing, the filming, the editing, the location spots, and in this case, the green screen, and a lot of visual images. A lot of hard work, but 100% worth every second of it. All the motivation and dedication you'll see exactly in this video, and hope you find it fun. And a quick shout out to our teachers, Tal and Shiri, who without them, we would have never gotten anything done. Okay. Please take a look at this video.
Hi, mommy. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back to your man. Sadly, he's not like me. But if he stopped surfing and ate a little bit more hummus, he could look like me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on Metzada, with a view your view could look like. What's in your hand? Back to me. I have it. It's a pita. Now it's 2 tickets to that Matisyahu show that you'd love to go to. Look again. It's an Israeli model. This model and I are now on a private jet to take you to Israel. Anything is possible when you're on CVK. I'm on a donkey.
Hi y'all.
My name's Ayala Hecht, and this is Fanny Klein. So I'm going to try and sum up a 30-session class in about 1 minute now for all of you guys. Some crucial characteristics and elements of viral videos are sex, drugs, and alcohol, also known as tabooed subjects. Everything we all secretly love that television is limited to show. For our final project, we had a client from a summer camp come in and told us to brainstorm and pitch our ideas. She said everything was fair game. Then she paused and said, except for a few small things. Sex, drugs, and alcohol. You should have seen our faces. Half the class said, impossible. They just said it would never go viral if you take out the most important elements. I mean, let's be honest. We all wait for the sex to come on TV, for the drinking to begin, and for the hilarious scenes with the drugs. We're not going to lie, it was challenging. But overcoming a challenge is everything IDC aims at teaching their students. We had to think outside the box, we had to get creative, and at the end of the day, we had to please the client. Because the client is always right. A concept that this country does not believe in.
So, how did we manage it? With constraints on how we could do the video, we thought, let's do it simple. Simple. Nothing about this video was simple. Let me tell you, having a video in your mind is not the same as actually producing it. Crazy, right? So we literally had to dedicate our time and effort of the making of this viral ad. We prepared ourselves to maximum for the actual shooting day, so we knew we could only have 1 day to shoot. As a self-proclaimed professional producer, I can give you all a very important piece of advice. Do not make a shooting day outside when it's 30 degrees and when your whole script is about running around. Anyways, jokes aside, we managed and it was hard. But I think we managed to get across our concept of this video, a sense of belonging to something, and for the kids to find their own experiences in life. We hope you guys enjoy. Thank you.
My name is Shawnee Suisa, and this is...
I'm Camilla Seta.
And together with our amazing production team, Stephanie Borokoff, Moriel Dom, and Rivka Bernstein, we created a viral video focusing on inspirational aspects of viral advertising.
The production process was extensive, but in a really special and kind of intimate way. We had to wake up at 3 in the morning to make sure to be at the Dead Sea for sunrise, drove around to Beersheba, all around Jerusalem, and all around Tel Aviv, so it's a little tiring. The video is based on production precision and continuity. We really got to use the technical skills learned over the past 3 years to create something really special and close to our hearts that had flavor and personality.
We decided to show Israel through its different views and beautiful scenery. My personal first emotional connection with Israel was when I drove up and down the country with my family, just looking around and seeing everything around us and outside. So, for our video, we went with a theme of tasting Israel. It's the idea that this program, in essence, is a 5-week taste sampler of all Israel has to offer, similar to our video. I hope you enjoy.
A good photograph can be a powerful tool for persuasion and promoting ideas. Achieving a good effect on its target audience in our digital world today requires a good photographic eye and computerized altering and enhancing.
In Photoshop.il, students created a vision for a series of photographs about Israel in order to create textual visual content. They've created a formulated set of photographs which provide us with substantial, impressive, and emotional visual content.
Here to present their final projects are Sarita Lalu, Avrona Katzman, Daniel Reza, Alexandra Medrick, Gabriela Yanover, and Shir Hasson.
Hey everybody, my name is Sarah Lalo. I'm from Panama, but everyone knows me as Sarita. Photoshop IL has been a year-long workshop where we studied photography and image processing in Adobe Photoshop and implemented these tools in a variety of assignments. For our final project, we were assigned to create visual content for No Camels. We present here our own unique approach for visualizing Israeli innovation and social awareness. 4 projects are presented here for you, while the remaining 8 of the class may be seen on the ongoing presentation out in the lobby. What happened? Sorry, okay. When we got assigned our project, I had no idea what to do, but thankfully my parents were visiting Israel and they wanted to go be typical tourists. So we ended up going to the Ayalon Bullet Factory Museum. The last phrase the tour guide said was, "Did you know Israel?" Why is it changing? "Did you know Israel has the highest amount of museums in the world?" And then it all clicked together. What if my project was based on showing the world how amazing and fast Israel is developing to reach these per capita records? So my project consists of portraying different aspects of Israel, such as tourism, technology, culture, environment, and many other fields where Israel is excelling. To achieve this and give the pictures an extra pop, I used tools learned in class to enrich the picture's topic with effects like gradient tools and shapes, according to each picture's aesthetic benefit. Okay. So this is the first picture. Did you know that Israelis read more books per capita than any other nation in the world? To achieve that picture, we had to go to a chill surrounding with the background of the trees and the bench. I asked my friend to put the book in front of her face so she would be able to kind of relate to more people, so people would wonder who she is, or even put people in their place to relate themselves. Another one of the pictures is the one that Israel has the highest ratio of universities degrees per capita in the world. Where is it? Okay. Here I can show you how the use of different shapes makes the main object or person, like in this case, be highlighted in the image. The shapes vary from pentagons to stripes to circles, some with transparency to show details in the background and some without to extend more depth. Lastly, the example where it all started. Did you know Israel has more museums per capita in the country than any other place in the world, sorry. So to show this, I use the colors that relate to the shape that the tourists are touching in order to be able to get that depth out and show a resemblance with the pictures. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexandra Mederick.
And I'm Gabriela Yanover.
And through a series of conceptual black and white photographs, we wanted to convey the message of hope and optimism of the Save a Child's Heart Foundation. This internationally known foundation provides cardiac care to children from developing countries right here in Israel. Our goal was to emphasize the emotions the children feel before and after surgery. Save a Child's Heart treats children suffering from congenital and rheumatic heart disease. This photo, Yuli's eye, represents the anticipation of waiting for a new heart. While it is sometimes an overwhelming process, it can be overcome with a little hope.
From moving to a foreign country and succeeding through an invasive surgery, the scar resembles a long journey worth the wait.
Children speaking many different languages become best friends and play together, while mothers who have no common language cook and support each other in one of the most difficult times of their lives. The open hands here show support.
Save a Child's Heart Children's Home provides sick children with home away from home, where they can recover in a creative and fun environment along with other children.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. My name is Shir, and before we start, I'm actually going to have to tell you guys that for me, this is kind of almost poetic justice because I got to spend a lot of time and a lot of energy for the sake of schoolwork on what was probably the biggest threat to my schoolwork over the past 3 years, and that's my volunteering with this organization, RRIS. RRIS is a nonprofit that works with Israel's geographic, social, and economic periphery, mostly on harnessing their teamwork and leadership skills, and this is done in the pretense of pre-army training. There's a strong belief within the organization, not only in the Army's equalizing properties, as we saw in the last picture, that under the alunka, the Army stretcher, everyone is equal, but also in its being a very important part of these kids' future. But anybody who's been a part of the organization knows that the pre-army training, it's just a pull. It's just a way to get into the lives of these often marginalized youth. And in reality, what this nonprofit aims to do is to give these kids something to be a part of, a family and an organization that they're gonna feel obligated to, not only twice a week when they're at these sessions, but also on the weekends, on a Friday night when they're just out in the streets of their city. These kids are working out, but in reality, they're fighting for their future. And I tried to show here the sense of what I call equating togetherness. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Avrona Katzman, and this is my partner Danielle Reza. For our project, we decided to focus on Israeli innovation.
Like many of us here today, we see Israel as a rich and fascinating country. Our attachment and enchantment in face of the diversity and beauty of its landscapes influenced us to focus our final project on the preservation of the latter.
Accordingly, we aspired to portray through a series of 12 photographs the most innovative green architectural projects in Israel. Each distinct photograph presents the various sustainable features which seek to minimize the negative and environmental impacts of buildings by efficiency and moderation in the use of materials, energy, and developmental space, while using a conscious approach towards energy and ecological conservation in the design of the built.
While every picture respectively depicts different elements of various buildings, we wanted the series of photographs to follow a common visual theme, the aesthetics of lines.
So this first photograph here is the Environmental Studies School at Tel Aviv University. And this building is the first LEED platinum certified building in Israel. And for those of you who don't know, LEED is the the leadership, energy, and efficiency design standards for green building around the world. And this is the only platinum building in Israel. The exterior pipes outside of the building are used to heat water, and the building is extremely efficient in recycling water to nourish plants and their pond and everything.
This picture portrays the inside of the dome, as seen in the previous picture. It's entirely made out of bamboo, and the use of bamboo is one of the most efficient, ecological friendly materials, as it naturally regenerates.
The use of UV filter glass is extremely common in Israel due to its energy-saving properties regarding heating and cooling of buildings, which you can see here in the Klalit building in Ramat Aviv Gimel.
This picture shows EcoStone. EcoStone is a sustainable natural stone system which enables energy efficiency mainly through rainwater recycling, which is subsequently used for irrigation.
Thank you very much for your attention. We would also like to thank our professors Guy Eldar and Erez Greenberg, and we'd like to invite you to see our projects as well as the rest of our classmates' projects out in the lobby. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just gonna correct that. The lobby's presentations are over, but we do have a YouTube page and you can check everything out there. We are down to our final workshop. Stay put because this one's going to be extremely interesting and creative. A powerful story can transform information into an experience, move people, and seduce them into looking at the world differently. One of the most effective ways to tell a story is with a movie.
My Story is a practical workshop which students learn the art of storytelling, cinematic language, and the production process. In doing so, they write, produce, direct, film, and edit a short feature movie.
In our generation's lifetime, we have grown alongside the internet, witnessed the birth of social media, and have experienced the rapid growth of new technologies. It is hard to imagine life without. Our first movie for the night, Disconnect, tells the story of a young man lost within the technological world and his struggle to disconnect.
Last night was, I feel like it was special, right? Yeah. There was something incredible. Yeah? Yeah? Jem.
What?
I'm trying to talk to you.
Where are you going?
I have to go.
It's a Sunday. I thought we were going to spend the day together.
Yeah, well, so did I.
I'm sorry. I'm listening to you. What is it?
Nothing. I'm going.
Jane!
Yo, why are we always eating hot dogs? Always the same shitty hot dogs.
I don't know. Because they're cheap. And I like hot dogs.
So, how are things with Jane?
I don't know. She got upset this morning and left.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
What?
What'd you do?
Nothing. She just left.
Come on, I'm sure you did something.
I don't know.
She's a really good girl. Shouldn't let her slip away.
What?
Nothing, man. I'm head out. See you later.
Yo.
Come over now. Something crazy is happening. I don't know.
Dude, calm down. What's going on?
I don't know. Just come over, alright?
I can't right now.
I'm freaking out, Lou. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Damn, alright. I'm coming over.
Yo, what's up?
Okay, so basically, if I look away from my phone, everyone disappears.
What are you talking about?
I'm serious. Like, you'll disappear if I look up. I don't know what the fuck's happening, man. I'm scared.
Alright, okay. So look up.
See, you just disappeared. Fuck, this is crazy.
What are you on right now?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Jim, stop. What is this? What are you doing?
Listen to me, man. I'm
I'm tired of bullshit. You never listen to anything. I told you about Jane. I told you how I felt. Before you even knew her.
What? Where's this coming from?
What? Exactly what? It's always what with you. Man, fuck you. I'm out.
Wait. Hey.
Hi. Listen, can we talk about this morning?
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I know I...
Let's meet at a spot, and I want to talk to you in person.
I can't do that right now.
Why?
I just can't.
Do you now want to talk to me?
I do, but...
But what?
Alright. I'm heading over now.
You serious?
No, you don't understand.
What don't I understand?
I don't know what happened, but
Look at me.
Wait, listen.
I can't do this anymore. It's like I don't exist. It's like you don't exist.
Listen, please, just listen.
Jim, how am I supposed to be with somebody that cares more about his phone than he does me?
Please let me explain. You don't understand.
I can't do this anymore. I'm done. We're done, Jim.
Jane, wait, please.
Daniel, hold it.
Yes, sir, what is it?
You come to the office for a second, I want to show you.
Is that my design?
Unfortunately, yes. Daniel, you do understand what this account means to this firm, right?
Yeah.
As well as your career?
Yeah.
Please sit down. I've marked down some points that I want you to improve on. If you have any questions, I'll be in my office.
Sorry, my boss is up my ass about this Royal Bank thing. I just need to fix a few details before the presentation tomorrow.
Daniel, I am not talking about work. What day is it today?
SpongeBob, shit. Is he mad?
Jeez, you forget everything. Here, ask him yourself. Sweetie, say hi to Daddy.
Hey, Ollie. How are ya? You did? That's amazing. No, Mommy's gonna watch it with you tonight. I know I did, but I have to work. Next week, I promise, okay? Daddy loves you. Is Mommy still there?
Hi.
I feel awful.
Anyways, I'll let you go. Your plate's in the fridge.
Hey, Danny boy! What you doing here so late, bro? You wanna move in with me?
Hold that thought for tomorrow, DJ.
Okay, but just in case, I keep a place for you, right?
What are you still doing up?
I fell asleep in Ollie's bed. SpongeBob is not as entertaining as it used to be. You hungry?
Starving.
You know, he really misses you.
You know I miss him too.
I know you do. It's just hard. Hey, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you already be at work?
Well, good morning to you too. The investors aren't coming in till 11:30.
So?
So I thought you'd be happy.
I am happy. Do you have everything ready for your presentation?
Just keep your fingers crossed. I'll take care of the rest. Maybe we can all watch a movie tonight? Order a pizza or something for Ollie?
Oh, that's a great idea. He would love that. Listen, you finish cooking because I have to get him ready and he needs to have time to eat before I take him to school.
No, don't worry about it. I'll take it on the way in.
Okay.
Hey! There he is! I missed you so much yesterday.
Wow, look at this breakfast.
Who's ready to eat?
Woke up this morning.
Where the hell are you? I've been stalling the investors for the last 20 minutes. We lost 2 of them already. Daniel, I don't care if you need to pull the plug on your dying mother. I need you to be here within the next 20 minutes or somebody else gets this account.
Sorry I'm late. I had a bit of a rough morning.
All right, gentlemen, let's begin. Do you remember Mr. Goldsmith?
All right, Daniel, let's see what you can do with $300 million.
Don't embarrass me.
Very nice. Tomorrow we'll have our lawyers send over a draft of the contract and continue with that.
Thank you.
You know, I'm never easily impressed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Goldsmith. Here's your bonus.
What bonus?
Fill it out and cash it in quickly before I change my mind. And send Maria and Ollie my regards. Daniel, is everything okay? Everything okay? Oh my God!
Hey, Danny boy, what happened there, bro? You knocked over my house.
I'm sorry, DJ. I thought my son was... Never mind. Here you go.
Your problem, Danny boy, is you work too hard.
Not anymore.
Turn away from the sound of your own voice, calling no one, just a silence. Learn to see you around the edge, follow the avalanche, turn away. Hold the line.
Yeah, I know. The math test was really hard. I think I'm gonna ask her to do it again. It was really, really hard. I don't think I answered that question.
If you're gonna hold me here, could you at least stop breathing on me? Your breath stinks!
Shut up, girl. If you don't shut up, I'm gonna put a bullet to your head.
I'm doomed for sure. Why do I keep getting captured by these thugs? Marvelous man, come quick! Marvelous man, come quick! Marvelous man, come quick!
You see that I'm busy?
You need to focus, Martin. This imaginary world that you're living in, it's taken over your life.
Who am I bothering by doing this? Dr. Sandra said it's
All right,
healthy
just
to act...
keep it down. It's early in the morning. You're giving me a headache.
Well, you wouldn't have this problem if you stopped sending me to the damn shrink.
Just be ready soon. I'm driving you to school today.
That bag though?
Why?
Because I'm looking for contraband.
You do this every day. What do you think I'm gonna bring in here?
You know what you brought in last time.
God. Not whatever.
Oh.
What?
You're not coming in today.
What you doing, Russia? This won't end well for you.
This doesn't concern you, marvelous man.
You didn't learn your lesson, did you? You bully these poor people, and for what? You accomplished nothing. Now, you forced me to teach you how to play nice.
Hey, Martin. What's up, champ? Is that your mom over there? Did she buy you some new Marvelous Man underoos? You know, I saw a pair at J-Mart. They're just flying off the shelves.
I don't know anything about that. Don't shop at J-Mart. Will you let me go to school already?
I can't let you into school until I see what's in your bag. You gonna give it to me? Come on. Let's see what you got here. Comic books! I hate comic books. They're for nerds. Can't let nerds into school.
Why are you doing this? You bully these people for what reason? I get it. I get it. I'm a nerd. I'm a loser. I'm a dork. I'll tell you what I'm not. I'm not an asshole. Dream of a world where people are actually nice to each other and people, assholes, like you, and what's coming to them.
You know what, Yossi? Martin's right. You are the biggest jerk ever. Here you go, Martin. I think these are yours. Thank you so much, Marvelous Man. You saved me again. How could I ever repay you?
Well, everyone has a role to fill in this world. Mine just happens to be kicking ass and saving lives.
What do you think will happen to Resha? You beat him up pretty good.
Can't say for sure.
Marvelous Man, I think I'm in love with you.
Martin.
I know, Mom, I know. Act like a grown-up.
I was just going to say, how come you haven't kissed her yet?
If I could be a Superman, I'd fly into the stars and back again. Cause every time you touch my hand, you feel my powers running through your veins. But I can only write this song and tell you that I'm not that strong. Cause I